perchance. We got rid of the blight in the streets, but we also found this crow pendant on a darkspawn.
Is that... This was Ayers, our trainer for the fledglings. She went missing. That darkspawn you fought must have been... May she rest. And sadly, I must ask you to search for another wayward crow.
Who is it?
Fletcher, our provider of fine goods, is also missing. They were sending me reports of Anton movements. Just like any crow.
He's lost, people. We don't know what it's like for him.
I know about loss, but I never got that mad.
Maybe it's different for everyone. It was for me.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around this whole thing. We've got literal gods walking around trying to end the world.
Does it bother you they're elven gods?
It won't help our reputation, that's for sure. But me, I never gave our gods much thought. They were just a myth.
Not anymore.
The Anta make demands, friends, but so do the crows. That our protectors admit they are in league with the villains who blighted our city.
That they pay the sick, the bereaved, the homeless, the dying.
And that payment comes in blood.
So much suffering. The gods are sending a warning to other cities.
Need to move.
Got company.
That's getting it done now. Way to get it done. Nev, what do you make of Rook?
New to the game in some ways, but seems to know what he's doing.
Or good at pretending he knows what he's doing.
Are you testing whether I'm hard of hearing?
Don't mind us, just seeing if the boss is a good listener.
I am now.
Got company. Here we go.
Way to take it to them, Nev. That's been sorted. Better be ready.
Here we go.
the body to make sure it's really Fletcher. A sealed tube with notes and code? We should take this back to Chance and let him know Fletcher's at peace. Chance? We found Fletcher.
Maker, guide them to your side.
Fletcher also had these notes.
Always scrupulous. If this is information on the Antom...
Are you alright?
Merely a cold. Thank you, my friends. I must now think and figure out what the Antom are plotting.
Nev, on that Vol Dorma job, what exactly was the mime doing?
You ran into him.
Yeah.
What mimes do, annoy people. Oh, he had some real talent.
But why were you staking him out?
Because the dwarf, Furious Butch, he was going to make contact.
Furious Butch?
Meanest pie maker I ever met.
Onward, dweller.
Look at all those green leaves. You have really brought this place to life.
Amazing what a little weeding and water can do. They're growing so fast, too. Even the ones I haven't tended. Maybe they just needed someone to remind them?
Have your dreams been strange since you got here? My dreams have been strange. But is that the Fade? Or the lighthouse? Or maybe I think they should be different here. Am I causing this?
If you're waiting on an answer, I don't have one handy.
Oh! We should start dream journals.
What? You're hungry? I found a yam in the kitchen. Stubborn just means you'll starve.
Trouble settling in?
Doing the best I can. My job was to keep the Griffins safe, not fix their dinner.
I meant Asan.
Oh. I guess we're both adjusting.
Then where did Asan and the others come from?
Way I heard it, someone found a journal a few years back that mentioned a secret clutch of eggs. They'd been hidden for centuries, protected by a ward. Started hatching and out came 13 talkative griffins. Now, down to just one.
What's the history between Grey Wardens and Griffins?
Back in the day, Grey Wardens raised them as aerial cavalry. When a blight got going, Wardens rode them into battle. Eventually, war took its toll. They died out.
Well, a confused Griffin should fit right in around here.
Appreciate it. There's no training manual for them anymore.
I guess we'll figure it out together.
Griffins don't trust easily. Lancet and Remy had to work to win them over. They said a Warden and a Griffin have to move as one. Think as one. They call it Turlum. Sort of unity. But now, they're both dead.
Why'd the Gloomhowler attack the Eyrie?
I intend to find out. First it stalks Wardens. Now it's after the Griffins.
Don't worry, you and I have a deal. We'll find them.
Appreciate that. Though it sounds like you've got your hands full around here.
Just a tad.
Elgernon and Gillenane. Hard to believe.
Can't be easy hearing that your own gods are ending the world.
Elves have enough trouble. Don't need this on our heads too. But I have to say, killing a monster is one thing. Taking down the goddess of all monsters and the god of vengeance while you're at it?
Every life in Thedas depends on it.
Fair enough. Always good to know where the boss stands.
Pretty much at the world not ending.
I can get behind that. What? I told you. It's yams or nothing.
Or maybe you need a new menu.
Things always seem impossible. Just fight one battle at a time.
When last we spoke, you intended to assault the cruel and the corrupt, in hopes of finding servants of Elganan and Gillenane. Has your search been successful?
You could say that. It looks like both the Venatori and the Antom are working for Elganon and Gillenane.
Unsurprising. The Venatori want magical secrets, and the Antom want to destroy anyone opposing their brutal expansion. Both will readily bow to anyone who promises them power.
And they're using that power to hurt a lot of people. The Antom and the Venatori both have dragons doing their bidding.
Dragons? That is worse than I had feared.
Yeah. We drove off the one the Venatori brought into Minrathous. Barely.
Have you determined how the dragons are being directed? If it is blood magic, it may be possible to disrupt their control.
The dragons were blighted. We think that's what let the gods control them.
The blight. Of course.
The blight seems to be the gods' favored tool right now. We ran into Venatori who could control Darkspawn.
Elganon would not bestow such power unless the Darkspawn were to serve as the main force of his army. And I suspect Gillenane will see the Darkspawn as new subjects for her modifications.
We've already run into a few Darkspawn nobody has seen before. That's in addition to the blighted dragons.
That is the fate Elganon and Gillenane planned for this world then. Corruption and blighted slavery.
Right. Everyone should be free and uncorrupted when your demons and raw magic kill them.
Do you truly believe my goal was to destroy this world?
I believe your goal, like you said, was to transfer the gods to a better prison. The one you're stuck in now. And you were willing to tear down the veil and destroy this world while you did so.
The veil is a wound I cut into the Fade in a moment of desperation, while making their prison. It should not exist. I had a host of spirits ready to help when the veil fell. They would have minimized the loss of life.
So, best guess, how many deaths? Hundreds? Thousands?
At least. Those deaths would have been on my conscience. But the world would once again be as it should be.
Oh, and here I was worried.
Many would have died, I know. But afterward, flowers would grow again.
Spoken like a god.
I am not a god. I am as I have always been. A man. All too aware of his failings. But equally aware that if he did not act, accepting the judgment it would bring, all would be lost. They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
I don't care what they call me. If they're calling me anything, it means they're still alive, and that's all that matters.
Acceptance. You are willing to face the consequences your actions may one day bring because the world needs you. I believe I can work with that. If the gods are using dragons, you will wish to find someone trained to fight them. Have you unlocked the Lighthouse Illuvian?
Yeah, We found the crossroads. It's still confusing, though.
I cannot help you from in here. You may need to find an expert in the magic of the Fade. And if the Darkspawn are to be Elganon's army, you will need Grey Wardens to fight them.
I've got a few of them. Their leaders don't trust me right now, though.
I have faith in you, Rook. You seem to have a knack for gaining the cooperation of your adversaries.
Solus thinks we need a dragon hunter and a Fade expert.
He's right, about the dragon hunter at least. Rook, when I was with the Inquisition, I saw some terrible things. But what happened to Treviso? I mean, so much death. Lucanus stayed behind. He said he'll be back soon, but at least you took care of yours.
We heard it but didn't kill it. The dragon flew off before we could put it down.
A dragon hunter would have helped him in Rathas, that's for sure.
Don't remind me. Fewer people injured, and we wouldn't have to worry about it coming back.
We can't forget the second dragon in Treviso. We should see how we can help, but we're without Lucanus until he's done helping the crows. Who knows how long?
Hey, let's not get stuck in our regrets, all right?
Just so we're clear, you're taking advice from this elven god, Solus. The Solus who tried to tear down the veil? You really trust him?
He's been right about a lot of things. He knows how Elgarnon and Gillenane work. We need him.
As long as you're sure.
So a Fade expert and a dragon hunter. I'll ask around about dragon hunters and see what turns up. Come talk to me in a bit.
And I've been corresponding with someone about the lighthouse's reverberative oscillations and the resulting dimensional peculiarities. Oh, sorry. Not relevant. I'll get a message through to a Fade expert immediately.
See, Rook? Nothing to worry about.
All right. We all know what to do. Let's get going.
Rook, I was thinking of taking Hassan for a walk. He could use the exercise. Chance to stretch his wings. Thought you'd like to come along.
So I put the word out for dragon hunters, and I've heard back about someone who might work. It's a woman named Tosh from a group of Ravani treasure hunters called the Lords of Fortune.
Sounds promising.
An agent for the Lords said that Tosh is working on a mission for them along the Ravane coast. If we help her, she'll be free to join us and fight any blighted dragons the gods throw our way.
What do you know about what's going on in Ravane right now?
Not much more than you do. Varric and I never went there while hunting Solus. The Kunari were on pretty good terms with Ravane, but that was before the Antam military broke away from the rest of the Qun. I wouldn't be surprised if the Antam invaded Ravane like they did Treviso and Eastern Tevinter.
All right. Guess we'll be ready. Thanks for finding a contact. There can't be that many professional dragon hunters around.
Time to find out if the crossroads can get us to an Alluvian in that area. We'll head out whenever you're ready.
Okay, Valara, what's your lead on getting us a Fate expert for the team?
Good evening.
Greetings.
Rook! So, we need a Fate expert. I've been writing to a senior mage who fits the part. But right now, he's on an expedition, so I reached out to his colleagues to find him. This is Lady Myrna and Vorgoth. They're necromancers. Mournwatch ones, I mean.
Your friend's request for a Fate expert was urgent. How darksome are things outside Navara?
Very.
I see. Valara's correspondent is Professor Emmerich Volkarin, a Fate expert and powerful psychagogue.
You will need him.
Where can I find him?
The professor is currently delving the shrouded halls in the Grand Necropolis. We will grant you passage to look for him. Where the dead. Lately they grow restless.